We have to talk about something.
You're replacing me on the channel, aren't you?
No. It's nothing like that.
Who is it? Who is it? God damn it!
No, you're irreplaceable, David. I promise. It's just
No!
It's really important. I just
No!
Uh-huh.
You can't replace me!
It's not
you
the
can't
plan.
fucking replace me!
Not the plan. Don't drink that. Okay, that's straight vodka. All right.
I won't have it! I won't have it, God damn it!
Right.
I helped build this channel!
Spy X Family.
So, just so you know, I'm postponing shooting demons in the face for this video. You're welcome, YouTube.
Yeah, because yours mommy milkers wait for no man. Except for Lloyd.
Yeah. Well, maybe not so much longer. It definitely feels like the relationship. Yeah, like the relationship seems to have like taken another dynamic here in this chapter. It's really like fucking super wholesome.
Well, also, actually, it's kind of getting mommy kinkish a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, remember, I made this joke. I'm kidding, obviously. It's very wholesome. But, like, I'm pretty sure I like, last time Yor was being a badass, I was like, mommy, crush me.
And Lloyd's like, mommy, crush me.
Yeah, he's getting, like, so this is a big chapter because we learn, and you can tell when, like, this author's, like, going hardcore on, like, some important shit because he does this, like, fade with the art where it, like, looks a bit different. And, like, this stuff about, like, Lloyd's mom, you can tell is, like, really important. Like, and, he grew up in like war times, like the your house could be bombed at any second type shit, and that makes a lot of sense. And honestly, it does sound like he probably would have like a thing for like cuddling and like snuggling and like being held if he went through that shit. Like, it makes sense. There's like some deep seated shit there.
Yeah. So like, Brett, I know you're not the biggest comic guy, but like this whole chapter kind of gave me, when it faded, the art style, it kind of reminded me of like the Red Room in Black Widow. Like,
it's all you, my guy. I don't even know.
So like, they kind of touch on this in the Marvel movies, like all the training and shit that fucking Natasha went through, all that wonderful stuff, and then not really wonderful, but like super like fucked up, torturous, like to the point of like almost well, it depends on the comic iteration how dark they went. Like the Max version went super dark. Like she can no longer give birth. She's the perfect killing machine. Blah 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 blah. But like that art fade there just reminded me of that whole like Max line. Like whenever you would go back and see a flashback, it would just go to the, like this super like almost happy but fucked up.
Like they're drawing it like memories feel, like fuzzy and kind of like you're looking through like a dirty window, yeah.
So it would have that kind of filter over it, so to speak. And that's the vibe I got while I was reading this chapter. It's just like, it's giving you that like, memories can only be as perfect as you make them in your mind.
Yeah, well, I like, you know, because you can't even see the mother's face, and it's like, you know, because that probably is how you remember it. Like, when I think back to early memories for me, it really is like they're more abstract. They're like just like emotions and feelings I had, and like little snippets. Like one of my earliest memories is like laying on the floor playing with a toy train, and it was my kitchen floor. I remember too, and because I was just on the floor wherever the fuck I wanted to be, and like the only memory I have is like I don't have like a good memory of like the whole room. I have a memory of like my hand moving the train, looking at the floor, and like maybe like the bottom of some chair legs, you know, and like that's how this memory is drawn here, you know, where he kind of just like, you don't see like the whole room, you see, you know, a bit of his mom and like a bit of the bed, you know. Yeah. It's really sweet, you know, like, obviously, so I guess we'll just start at the beginning here. Not a whole lot to talk about other than, you know, it's basically, I pretty much expected a lot of this to happen, not in the way that it happened, but, like, you know, this, you know, it's cute stuff. Finally, I will say, fucking finally, Lloyd picks up on the fact that Yor has feelings for her, but Yor's weirdness fucking actually gets him out of that inclination at the end of the chapter.
Yeah,
I was so proud of it. I love this scene where it's just like, it's like typewriter noises, like click, 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 ding, and he's just like 0.1 second. I got it. He did not waste any time. I was really impressed. He went right for the like, you know what? I want you to be my real wife. And if it wasn't for this bitch being drunk, that's the end of the series right there. GG.
Yeah. So like literally, drunk Yor is like me 1000%.
Yeah. Do you kick people?
Not kick, but I'm like, booze give me strength. Knock those words loose. That panel there
Oh,
is just like,
yeah.
just
Are
like,
you a shy boy? Doubt.
I can be.
Bro, Shy David left a long time ago with any other inclination of sanity. There may have been a time where you were shy, but I mean, like, Jesus, like, if you're shy, I need to know what of and with, because this man was the hentai devil in our Chainsaw Man video. I didn't even have to ask him to do that. He was like, yeah, please let me be in the Sahego costume. Please.
Okay, so there's content, like, I will whore myself out for whatever's needed, David, and then there's, like, me trying to get to know somebody. Like, I go through, like, 8
So
different
you're
filters.
femoid, like you know, the femoid that you've been spending time with. I don't even know this motherfucker's name, because I mean, like, you know.
Never will.
Never?
No.
Even when you get meowed?
Then
What
yes.
is this, like, hopefully this will be the one. Anyway, but, like, did you have to do one of these on your, like, first or second date? Like, get a little teens tipsy?
Honestly, every time I get to know somebody new. Like,
That's cute. That's,
like,
I mean, it's unhealthy, but it's cute.
it's extremely unhealthy.
Oh, my boy.
Like,
you know, I'm sure, I'm trying to think of a funny joke here. All right, I'm going to edit that out. It wasn't funny, and you didn't laugh. If you're tuning in, Red made a joke that was so not funny, he had to edit it out. It wasn't even insulting. It was just that not funny. Sometimes you gotta throw uncooked spaghetti noodles at the wall and see if they stick, and then remember, no, you have to cook them and then throw those ones at the wall.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you're, again, like, she's fucking cute. She's also, like, got that. It's really interesting, like, her lack of self-confidence, because, like, you know, this is one of those things that, like, I'll spill the beans slightly. Both David and I are in, like, semi-new relationships right now. Mine's very early stages. We're still kind of just, like, hanging out, testing the waters. Yeah. So, like, this is really what's the word I'm looking for here? It's hitting home with me, like, how the lack of self-confidence she has. And in real life, this would be like a toxic trait if she didn't get it out, like, real quick. Like, early days, that's fine, but you don't want to dwell on, like, shit like this, because then you don't want to constantly be the one that's like, am I really good enough? Because, like, I was once that type of person, and no one can deal with that shit for more than a couple times.
Yeah.
Basically, it leads me to believe that she has some, like, shit going on with her, and I'd like to know more about it. Obviously, we know a lot. You know, she had to fucking raise her brother alone, but it's just weird to me, like he even said, it's weird to me that she has such little confidence in herself, like, that she thinks that she's only strong, like, physically, because, like, to raise a fucking kid yourself as a kid, I just don't get where that comes from.
I think a lot of it might have to do with, like, self-confidence issues from when she was growing up. Like, can I be the provider for my brother, myself, and everybody else around me, and also still have a normal life? And she got to adulthood here, where she's just now in this quote-unquote relationship, even if it is just a cover.
Oh, you know what?
Trying to make everything
She probably
work.
feels really out of place in general, too, because, one, like, the job she has is, like, not at all what she's good at, and she literally just had to get it to fit in. So, and two, even her relationship is all a sham in her, you know, like, even though they both like each other, clearly, but they both think it's a sham. So,
yeah.
You have this interest. Have you ever read about imposter syndrome, David?
No, not really.
I don't know much about it, but, like, apparently, like, JoJo Part 4, like, with Yoshiaki Kira is, like, kind of based off of that. Like, this idea that, like, either other people feel like you've been replaced, or you yourself feel like you're, like, what's the word? Like you're a fake, you're a fraud. Everything in your life, like, is just like some, like, thing you've constructed, like, and it's not really you type shit or whatever. And, like, I feel like Yor probably does feel that way, because if you think about it, everything, like, a good 90% of her life is constructed as a cover story. Like, so I mean, actually, that's probably where a lot of her self-confidence issues comes from, because, like, what even really is the real her? besides killing. So maybe that's why she only focuses on that aspect of herself, because that's like the one thing that she feels is like her real self, because everything else, when that's your job, assassination, everything else is constructed to cover that up. So she's never really had a chance to like create a real personality for herself, because literally it's all been in an attempt to cover the real shit up.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, I guess Lloyd could also be suffering from that too, because like realistically, his entire fucking facade between this marriage, quote unquote, the fact that he brought another woman in for this one mission that led to all of this mistrust, but also like add in like the cover story of the hospital, raising a child with while also his only real quality is espionage.
That's a good point, actually. There's definitely a similarity there that I think that they'll probably bond over. No pun intended with the dog name, obviously. But there is a similarity there that they'll probably bond over later in the series, where both of them kind of wear these masks. And maybe like around each other will be the one time where they can take those masks off. Mm-hmm. Especially, and this is literal too with Lloyd. Like I don't think it's any mistake that like there's some symbolism there that Lloyd is like a master of disguise. Like his big thing is like putting on faces. You know.
I think that's some heavy-handed symbolism there, like, because think about it, like espionage is just infiltration. Whereas Yor doesn't have to really wear a mask in a sense. She
Not
just
literally, but
she just goes in, eats some fucking Amy piercers at somebody, stabs a motherfucker, and then walks out. Like,
I mean, her mask is more like pretending to be a normal woman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's no need for, like, taking over somebody's identity, basically. It's just like, I can blend in here because I am femoid.
Well, it definitely, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, in anyone's mind, that, like, murder changes you. You know what I mean? Like, mentally. Like, if you are consistently killing people and watching the life leave their eyes, like, you are a different person at that point from someone who hasn't done that. And there's definitely like a metaphorical mask that she's putting over herself when she's hanging out with this family, or at or with her coworkers at her job or anything, you know. And that's a side of you I'd like to see more of, like this kind of cold-blooded, emotionless side, because you know it exists. Yeah.
So, like, there's not really a whole lot else to talk about. Like, you got...
Oh, no, we got to talk about the funny moments. Not everything has to be analysis, my friend. Like, no. I'm a big fan of Anya being like, yeah, they're probably shacking up.
Yeah. I'm just curious, like, how the fuck Anya has
she says she got it from Becky? Hold on, Becky. Who the fuck is Becky? Go type Spy X Family Becky for me.
Boy.
Well, because I'm looking up a different thing. I'm looking up the Urban Dictionary definition of shacking up. It's always funnier at Urban Dictionary. Welcome to the Controlled Chaos segment, looking up bullshit on Urban Dictionary and hoping that there's not some weird pedophilia shit. Remember that one time? Were you there?
I don't think I was.
There was something I looked up, and one of the definitions was like very uncomfortable. I don't remember what the fuck it was. Okay. Yeah. Couples who live together, often while having sex, and are not married.
Becky is the black hair girl. That.
Which one's that?
That kind of.
Oh, her friend at school?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I was assuming it was I genuinely thought it was like an adult, like one of like Lloyd's people that he gets to like babysit her or something, like let that shit slip. What the fuck? How old are they again? Like less than 10, right?
Yeah, they're like kindergartners.
I guess it doesn't have to mean sex. Shacking up is like a term for like, you know, a couple that lives together without being married. To be fair, but I'm a perv. I'm just going to keep reading these Urban Dictionary definitions. Regularly hitting the sheets with someone you are dating, or casually moving in with someone you regularly hit the sheets with. Living in sin.
Living in sin.
Giving... Oh, my God. Shacking up, giving someone a blowjob named after the band the Shackingtons because they suck so much. All right. Lyric used by Canadian musician Christopher Lee Scott to paint a beautiful image. Okay, I don't care. It's getting boring. Give me something funny. All right, whatever. Urban Dictionary, you let me down. It's supposed to get more funny and obscene as I go down, not less. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Becky, I wonder what's going on with Becky's parents there. Let's see. Is there anything else to talk about?
An affair, maybe.
What?
An affair, obviously.
Haha. Oh yeah. Oh dude, yeah. Cut to like Becky in like her room, and her parents are like, "Are you shacking up with that man?" "No, I swear." "Don't you fucking talk to me like that." Ah!
No.
And then just cut to her like, "This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine. Mommy and Daddy are just play fighting."
"Are you crying? What, just because I'm beating your mom? You weren't here when the bombs were falling, bitch. You don't know pain."
Oh my god. That got significantly darker than I intended.
All right. Anything else? I like
the giant fucking welt on
look at his...
Lloyd.
I just like him. Like, it's just. Imagine if that was just his character design. Like, he just had a chin that looked like that.
Instead of like fucking balls on his fucking chin,
Should
it's
we
just
censor
like
his chin? It looks like balls.
Yes, you got it.
It's a Family Guy reference. Yeah, dude. I'm sure he'd be just as much of a ladies' man with that chin. Like, oh god, your fucking ball chin is. Oh.
Let me suck on that ball chin.
Yeah, I love too that like everyone just assumes he's cheating because he's so sexy. Like, oh god, he's just so sexy. Of course he's cheating on her. And then the bartender's like, must be just so difficult to be so sexy.
I mean, it really can be.
Oh, shut the fuck up, David. You don't know. You are good looking, but you're not like the typical sexy. All right, not everyone. Like see, here's the thing. There are general like things that like most normal people are attracted to, and then there are kinks. Okay. So like Lloyd is like the man that like most straight women would be like, yeah, that's a sexy guy, right? Whereas like you have to find your niche of like women that are specifically looking for whatever the fuck you are. Twink, let's be honest. I want a man that'll break in half when I come and clench my legs around him.
This is all I want in life. Break me in half,
and then
mommy.
Immediately like being paralyzed.
Break me in half,
dude.
please.
There's a Naruto. I've talked about this fucking sex story before. There's a Naruto like sex fanfic. It's like text based, and it's called Hinata's Problem.
Yeah,
I love it. It's one of the best. It's so good. And there's something along the lines of like he's like giving her oral, and then like she like like grabs his head with her legs and like clenches, and like he's talking about how he's like literally suffocating in her pussy, and he's like, you know what? Wouldn't be a bad way to go.
I mean, in all honesty, that would be an amazing way to die.
If this is how I die, I mean, like, imagine the stories they'll tell. Like that man died. Like, oh yeah, no, what was the wording? It was like died because he gave his girlfriend such a good orgasm or something.
So, I think it's Matthew McConaughey whose parents, like, the dad died of a heart attack.
Oh, God.
While fucking his mom. And she just literally, and this is a story that's been on, like, Howard Stern show, everything. I found it while I was browsing through Reddit last night. I'm like, oh, right, that was an old, like, famous story. And she just pulled the sheet off. Let everybody see him how he went out. Look at that dick. I mean, it's apparently really common to just die of a heart attack.
Please stop. I don't. Come on.
I'm sorry.
It's not that common. Fuck off. Like that was 60. Like we're goddamn. We're in our 20s, and I'm like generally healthy. Get off. Shut the fuck up. Don't make me scared.
That was like one of the top fucking comments on that video or on that post on fucking Reddit. It was like, it's actually not uncommon for people to die of a heart attack while having sex. We just write it off as natural causes.
Again, how common are we talking now?
I have no idea. It was a mortician in there. It's like they see it quite often.
Oh, wow. Oh, bro. Are you ready for this?
What?
Ready for this fucking stat here? Death during sudden cardiovascular death during sexual activity is estimated to be 0.2 out of 100,000.
I'm just going off of Reddit, man. I didn't look up the statistics.
That's not even 1 out of 100,000. So wait, let me actually do that math. So if 0.2 out of 100,000, what number does it have to be 1 out of? So 0.2. That's like got to be almost like over 1 million, right? Like that's the chances of that are so low. Shut the fuck up.
Like I said, I was just going.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, guys. Don't let David scare you out of nutting. Okay.
I wasn't going into the statistics. That's legitimately terrifying. That maybe 1 million people die of fucking dying.
Not 1 million people. It's like 1 out of 1 million. What are you talking about?
It's still a terrifying statistic.
Not that
you can't.
Terrifying. That's like less than your chances of like everything. Like what's the chances of getting struck by lightning? I'm checking right now.
Hey Google, what's the statistic for dying by lightning strike?
Yeah.
According to Wikipedia, in the U.S., between 9% and 10% of those struck die, with an annual average of...
Hey Google, shut the fuck up.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Chances of being I'm just gonna go being struck by lightning.
I love that it recognizes that command.
Great. The odds of being struck by lightning in any given year are 1 out of 500,000, and the odds of dying while nutting were 0.2 out of 100,000. So I'm pretty sure if you average that out, it's about as or less likely than being struck by lightning to die mid nut. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I was just going off of the Reddit mortician. I didn't want to fucking die.
Yeah, it's possible. So is anything. People have died with like cucumbers up their ass. Okay.
Why you gotta go there, Red? Why you gotta go there?
You ever watch 1,000 Ways to Die?
I have.
It was actually a carrot. It was a carrot.
It was a carrot in the pussy, I think.
Yeah.
And it broke off.
Cucumber up the ass is the off-brand, is the Pepsi to Coke's carrot up the pussy.
Hey, maybe don't use vegetables for sex toys. That's what I learned from that fucking show. Yeah, like legitimately, you can buy a dildo on Amazon for $10. Please don't buy a dildo on Amazon.
Yeah. Finishing up this chapter though, basically, I love this whole thing where like Lloyd thought he was smooth, like, oh, clearly she likes me, I'm gonna fucking take advantage of this, but like and then he takes her like her fucking kick as like, oh shit, I misread this and now I'm being knocked out. What is wrong with me? Like, what the fuck? Little does he know she's like a god among women. Now
she's a sex god.
I will say, just in terms of moments, just going through moments I love, I really, really fucking chuckled at when he gets kicked and he lands, so he like does a backflip in the air and lands gracefully, and he gets like a golf clap. Like one of those, like, just from the back.
Just from the background. And
like, wow.
Oh, my word.
Because everyone watching this is just assuming it's like a marital strife, and they're like, damn, he just fucking landed that.
Like, how the hell? Oh, right, he's Lloyd.
But yeah, no, this chapter's making me want to lay on a lap. I haven't laid on a lap in a while. I'm going to see if I can do that this weekend. Lay on some lap.
I just want to get cuddled.
That sounds sexual. I genuinely just want to lay my head on a lap. Like, I want really wholesome shit.
I want to cuddle and eat pussy.
But, motherfucker, didn't you say you were also in the testing shit out phase?
Yes.
The differences between a man of class and whatever the fuck David is.
A degenerate. Fucking degenerate that is very horny right now and postponed masturbating to also film this video.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, and yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna continue with that joke that I was gonna continue with. Yeah, I think that's basically all I wanted to talk about. Any final thoughts for you?
Final thoughts for me. I legitimately do want more of this kind of.
Yeah, where do we go from here?
Yeah, like there's a lot of different ways we can handle from here. Like, obviously we know that there was a red herring last time, so the fucking de-escalation continues between the two nations. Also, like, there's a lot of extramarital affairs in fictional worlds, just like there is in real worlds, which is not surprising at all because fiction tends to breed from reality. But what I do want to see more of is more of the agents from Lloyd's group.
I thought you said more of the Asians from Lloyd's group, and I was like, excuse me?
Well, I mean, technically it's based off of North and South Korea, so...
It's true.
So, like, legitimately, I'd like to see more of the agents from Lloyd's group. I'd also like to see more of, like, the de facto babysitter in action. Because
it's not everything is about money, Lloyd. So anyway, we go to the park today?
Like, you gotta love him. You gotta love him. He puts up with so much shit from Lloyd, and
he does a good job too.
Yeah, he definitely does. So you gotta respect. You gotta respect him.
Can we tell how much money he gave him? Is it possible?
No, I don't know.
Probably a couple hundred.
Yeah. He definitely gave him some money.
Go buy a PS5 with this. Now that all the racists have canceled their pre-orders.
Can we just talk about that? Like,
I mean, I guess.
How fucking stupid are they?
I mean, you're just
like, oh no, Black Lives Matter fucking theme on. They do realize how fucking hard it is to even find themes on fucking PS4 now. That they've kind of taken them out of the storefront in the latest update. So, just fuck all the way up. You'd have to go to the website itself to get triggered. You fucking snowflakes. Okay.
All right. It's almost like the right wing are actually the snowflakes. What? Fucking lukewarm take over here.
Anyway, final thoughts from you.
This is clearly like a transitionary chapter from arc to arc. So I'm curious what the next arc's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I hope it's leading up to be more Yor focused. That's what I want.
Absolutely.
All right. Killua's should have been mom, Yor, over here. I wanted more of that.
Yeah, like that would be the perfect mother for Killua.
Yeah, it's like everything he needs except not toxic. And he can still be a badass assassin, but just have a very loving family. Like, of course you can have friends and be an assassin. You just got to keep your identity super secret, honey.
Anyway, see you in 2 weeks. Peace.